Hey guys, it's me, Lyric, or Cancel818. I know I haven't posted in a while. I am sorry I haven't posted in a while. But today, I might do a new series, and I know I'm crazy on series. I am sorry. Some series I will not continue because of some circumstances. But anyway, this is just a series I might do about Pokemon School with me and Mason. So you can say in the comments if you really want to have a series like that, or if I have too many series, but I love making series. I have so many good ideas. Today, I have not crafted one yet, but I have an idea on how to make a student ID card. So, you're going to make it for my kip. So what we need is a bag, any bag, scissors, glue, I prefer a glue stick, Sharpie, or really marker, cardboard, paper, and something like wrapping paper or something. Alright, so the first step, I kind of already did this, is you cut out a piece of cardboard, rectangle, that you think will fit good. Then what you do is you trace the rectangle on a piece of paper with Sharpie and then cut out, fold the paper in half before you draw it. But once you cut it out, you should have two pieces of the same size. And this one's the one I kind of drew on with Sharpie. But then once you got that, they're gonna fit the cardboard. So you're going to need this. You're also going to need a printer and something to take a photo with. So anyway, got this. You got these. Hold on to these. You're going to need them. Now, what I think I should do next is glue one. Take your glue stick, open it, pull that out, and start gluing onto the cardboard. Now, this is my first time doing it, but I think it'll look good when I finish it. So, you can see I'm gluing. So actually, let's glue the cardboard. So you glue the cardboard once you've got the pieces of paper. Then once you've glued the cardboard really nice, then you take the side that you want to glue and you press it on there. Press it on there for a bit. Once you've pressed it, you get your scissors and cut off the excess. Be careful not to cut the cardboard. Try to avoid the cardboard and cutting the cardboard. So you can cut off any excess cardboard if you don't need it, but then your card should look like this, and this, glued on securely. Now you're going to take the other side, glue it, and do the same thing with the other piece of paper. So that way you have two sides of paper. Once glued on securely, you know the drill, cut off the excess paper. You might be seeing loads of these student ID cards if I do create a series on Pokemon School. Should be good. You got two sides, and place that down. second step is quite easy. I'm going to take some of this wrapping paper, fold it out evenly, as evenly as you have it. See, mine is a little torn. And then what you do is once you have it out, you got to cut it into little strips, but more like strips. Once you have a big enough strip, cut it off. Now, I don't want you to have too big of a strip. See, this is a giant strip. So, you're going to take some of the strip and cut off some excess. What you're going to do is you are going to press it against the card on the outer trim, and you're not going to need as much as you think. So once you know how much you're going to need, you cut off the excess that's hanging off the edges. So then it should look like this where you cut it off. And then what you're going to do is now that you have it nice and well, it should look pretty good. You're going to slim it just a tiny bit more, so that way there's only a bit of wrapping paper left, or whatever you're using. You can also use ribbon. It might be more easier than trying to cut this up into little pieces, but please ignore that. That is my dogs coming in from their walk. Once you have this looking strip, you put it onto this paper and say hi, Sadie and Lou. You cut it short, so you have something more like this. Now once you have kind of slim, you glue it onto the paper, but you gotta have it folded, so that way it's covering both sides. And you gotta do that on the rim. So I'm going to tell you when mine is done. Okay, so once you're done, you should have something looking like this. Please ignore the mess on the floor. And if the thing that you're using tears, normally it just tears in half. So you can use the part that teared on the glue and put it back on. So you can see like some ragged things where I put it back on. Now that you have that, you're going to need something to take a picture with. For me, I'm going to have to use this. And you get a clean, nice spot, and you take a picture of whoever you were putting on this card. And you gotta make sure that in settings, or you gotta find a way that when you make your picture, you gotta make it kind of small. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to take a quick picture. So, okay, I took a picture. Now that you take a picture, I think I'm going to have to do this part off screen. But you're going to have to go into your photo settings, edit your photo so that way it's like, you know, slimmer and nicer. And then what you're going to do is you are going to print it. And then once you print it, I'm going to show you what happens next. So, lesson learned. You see this picture? It will not fit on this card. So I'm going to try something else. This, I have a plan for it. I think we're going to do like a giant book for my next tutorial where it has all the information about them. And so that's when we're going to show this. But now, turn on B. If that happens and they're way too big, I think in the printer setting, you can adjust the size. So let me try it. So, with the help of PowerPoint or Google Docs, you can get this. Very tight. Now you take it and you cut it out. It's okay to leave a white border. You don't want the white border too big. Like they're doing now. Is a pretty reasonably sized board. Now what you do? Well, I gotta do this quickly because I'm running out of battery. So, what we need to do, take this, and there's your student ID card. Do you see it? Now we put it on a student ID card right around this area. So we glue it onto. So once you've glued it on, it should look like this. Now what we do, pretty easy what we're going to do now. The last things we need is, one sec. Okay, so the last things we need is glue, pencil, the packaging, it has to be clear though, and the student ID card. Oh, and some scissors. So now what you do, you take the packaging and you cut out a reasonable amount. Now it is very hard to cut out packaging sometimes, so that might be a problem. And I gotta kind of rush this video because I only have a few pieces of battery left. So, you should get something like this for it. You put it over the student ID card and cut off all the excess on the student ID card. Now this may be very hard, but don't worry. Yeah. Once you've got all this packaging off, I'll tell you when I got it. So, you should have this. Now we need to glue it. So this is going to be the tricky part. You need something nice and solid. You put the thing on there, and then you start gluing it. Now this may be tricky, and it may leave purple streaks. So I recommend gluing the outside of it, if you can. So, and I recommend doing the dot and take, just a little tactic I made up for gluing, where you put the thing you're gluing onto the glue stick, press it down, don't move the glue stick, and then pull the thing away from the glue stick. It's the easiest thing to do with fragile or tricky material to glue. And then once you've got the borders set, you don't have to, have everything. You just gotta quickly get all of it out, maybe open it and close it. I'll tell you when gluing's done, but yeah. Now that you have glued on the thing, it will have it nice and safe inside this nice wrap and making it look glossy. Now, once you have the front done, turn onto the back and write down contents. So, once you have all the details on, then you take the other packaging and do the same thing and put the glossy over this. So, I'll show you when that's done. Once you are done, your school card shall look like this. Sorry about this. Now what you can do is this school card can be used for your Suffie. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please tell me if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.